All right, here we are at 112 Fodder Drive in Hubert. You're pretty close to the back gate to Camp Lejeune, and you're about 15-20 minutes from Emerald Isle Beach. Maybe 10 minutes from Swansboro. So nice location here, pretty centrally located, pretty close to grocery stores, things like that. So you're within 10 minutes of a grocery store, so not a bad spot. I know that this is a pretty big lot as well. You've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's 1,458 square feet. It's built in 2005, and you got 0.41 acres, which is a nice sized lot, which is all fenced in the back. Nice neighborhood here. All right, this is the house across the street, which looks pretty much exactly the same as this one around. I guess not, a little bit different. All right, double garage, 2-car garage with a double wide driveway, which is nice. All right, walking up, you do have a big front covered porch. I like the posts here that are stained like a coffee color or an espresso. All right, walking in the front door, LVP flooring. I like that you can see all the way to the back. That window goes in the backyard. So you got the living room area here, and then you got the kitchen area, and then the dining room area, and then you got the back door over there, okay? Split floor plan, right? Which means that the 2 spare bedrooms are over on this side, and the master bedroom is over here, okay? Let's start over here where you're going into the first door on the left, which is your laundry room, all right? Which walks into your garage, all right? Like I said, nice big 2-car garage. We do have some shelving in here. Hot water tank. Hot water tank looks a little aged. I don't see any damage or rust or anything like that. But like I said, it's in good shape. It just looks a little dirty. All right. Those bifold doors go to one of the spare bedrooms. I'll show you that here in a minute. And then there's some extra pieces of the floor trim as well. Okay. And then that door goes off to the side of the house. Okay. Got a little landing patio here. Show you the front. And it goes to the back, which is fenced in. Okay. All right. Like I said, nice size 2-car garage. All right. Walking back in, like I said, laundry room. Has a nice shelf up here as well. Okay. All right. So the living room area, got the front door. Gives you an idea of the look. All right. Master bedroom. Okay. So not a huge room, but it's big enough. You know what I mean? Because you do have a big walk-in closet, right? So it's about 4 foot wide, maybe 8 foot long. So it's a nice size closet. All right. All right, and then the bathroom is a little bit bigger. I like the tile floor in here. Double sink vanity. Standard tub shower. Not exactly sure what this is. It's in the shower. I don't know. Big shower head. Okay. But like I said, I like this room right here. It's not huge, but you can fit a king-size bed in here if you want. You got enough room for dressers, enough wall space to hang a TV if you want. 2 windows that let in a lot of light that overlook the backyard. Okay. Now going into. Let me turn some lights off. All right. Back into the living room. Take a look at the kitchen. Okay. All right, so There's this big walkway. See ya. All right. Countertops look pretty good. Double sink. The thing that a lot of people turns a lot of people off is the white appliances. But you dishwasher, stove, refrigerator. There is no built-in microwave, so there's one sitting on the counter. Now these don't look like they're updated appliances, but they do look like they are clean and they work. Okay, so most of the time people don't replace things that work. So there's something that you can pull that out and put it on Facebook Marketplace and sell it and go buy you guys some new appliances if you wanted to. But like I said, they're still in pretty good shape. I like the cabinets. All right, and you got plenty of counter space. And you got a dining area. All right, and a big window out back. All right, let's go check out the bedrooms. All right, the first one is, well, first you got this linen closet. Pretty big linen closet. Then you got the spare bathroom. Single sink vanity. Same tile floors as the other one. Same standard tub shower. Okay. All right. Bedroom number one. Carpet looks really good in these. So I wouldn't say that you don't need to replace carpet. Now, this wall's painted kind of strange, with the stripes, but we're gonna do that. This is the closet that the doors are in the garage. All right, pretty standard bedroom closet. Big window overlooks the front yard. They have this thing on the wall, which I think that had the cable cord in it. It goes up to a TV. So maybe they just didn't want to remove that to repair the removal stuff. So, all right. Then we go over to the other spare bedroom, which is the same size bedroom, a lot smaller window. All right, but the carpet still looks good. This has the same closet. All right, and just no striped walls. Okay. So like I said, the only thing different about this bedroom and the other bedroom is the size of this window. This one's a lot smaller than the other one. Okay. You'll look out back real quick. Like I said, the backyard is pretty nice. So you got the side door over here. Now you got a little paint chipping right here, which, like I said, this house is going to need a little bit of maintenance as well, but not as much as the one earlier that we looked at. Nice sized back patio out here. Okay. Now there is a lot of tree coverage in here, so this means you're gonna have a hard time getting some grass to grow. So a lot of this is mud, dirt, sand right here. Fire pit's full of twigs and branches and a couple logs in there, but it's a pretty big fenced-in yard. Okay. HVAC looks like it's pretty old, but right now it's working. All right. So I would say price some HVACs if this is the house that you end up getting. It works right now, but this thing is looks like it's on its last leg. All right, big gate over here. The whole thing is fenced in with a chain link fence. Now there is an empty lot in between this and the neighbor's house, and it is overgrown. All right, so there's no house built there or anything. It's just an empty lot, and it's like I said, it's got pine trees and stuff like that in there that need to be cut down. But the yard is very big. Like I said, you got 0.41 acres, and all of it is right here fenced in. So you can tell that the house that we were looking at earlier had a half-acre lot, but that you'd see that there's a lot of it that's still into the woods on that one. But this one right here is all fenced in. It's a very nice yard. All right. Well, as far as aesthetically, this house is probably the best one we're looked at so far. We still got one more house to look at. But this house being built in 2005, you're looking at 20 years old. You're looking at, hey, you're eventually going to have to replace your hot water heater, your HVAC, and most roofs are good for about 20-25 years as far as shingle life. So those are the things that you're going to start looking into at a 25 or 20-year-old home is, hey, what are the things that we're going to have to replace soon? And those are some of the things. So, this is also, all the houses that we're looking at today also have septic systems. So that's one thing that we need to look into as well is, how often do they get them pumped and cleaned, filter changed, things like that. See how well they kept up on their maintenance to see, what kind of costs you guys might incur once you purchase a home. But we'll look into all that during our due diligence process. But I like this little patio out here. It's nice. I love the backyard. It's very quiet in this neighborhood. I do like the gray LVP flooring in here as well. Okay, so this is the 112 Fodder Drive in Hubert. I'm gonna go and take the last video, which is the 105 Marina Lee Drive. It's also here in Hubert, so I'm gonna take a video of that one. We will. So I think that's a Nest. I think I have one of those as well, but I like those. You can control it with your phone and things. Anyway, like I said, I like this house. Very little that you have to do to it when you move in. I love the front door. Oh, and that house that I just took a look at, which I think was Stony Creek Drive. It doesn't have a doorknob on the front door. All it has is a keypad and a key slot that you can just open up the door, but there's no doorknob or anything to turn. It's just, you gotta either open it up by the keypad or a key, and the door just opens. So, not sure how you feel about that. But anyway, all right, that is 112 Fodder Lane. I will send you this video as soon as I get done, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.